Let's talk about one of the most dynamic and rapidly rising stars in modern bodybuilding. Samson Dauda, also known as the Nigerian Lion. In a sport where mass monsters dominate the stage, Samson has carved out his space not just with size, but with a classical aesthetic that harks back to the golden era. Wrapped in a modern physique that can stand next to anyone on the Olympia stage. Background and rise to prominence. Samson was born in Nigeria and moved to the UK as a child. His athletic journey didn't start in the gym. It started on the football pitch, where he played semi-professional soccer. But after being repeatedly told he was getting too big to move efficiently, he decided to lean into that size. What was a problem for football became a superpower in bodybuilding. He began competing in the amateur ranks in the UK and earned his pro card in 2018. But it wasn't until 2021 that people really started paying attention. The conditioning improved, the size increased, and his structure, which was always his standout trait, began to shine through. In 2022, he made noise by winning the EVLS Prague Pro and placing 4th at the Arnold Classic. That momentum exploded in 2023, when Samson defeated some of the sport's biggest names to win the Arnold Classic, a victory that cemented him as a top-tier threat. By the end of the year, he placed 3rd at the Mr. Olympia, solidifying his spot among the elite. Physique breakdown. Samson is the embodiment of aesthetic mass. He routinely competes at around 295 pounds, yet maintains a tight waist, classic V-taper, and flowing lines that call back to legends like Flex Wheeler and Bob Paris. His front double biceps is already considered one of the best in the sport. He has size, he has shape, and he has one of the most commanding stage presences of any modern competitor. Training philosophy, the Milos era. When Samson first broke into the upper echelon of bodybuilding, he was working with Milos Sarcev, a guru known for his high-volume, giant-set training philosophy. Under Milos, Samson's workouts were brutal, long, and hypertrophy-driven. Here's an example of a push day from that time. Push day includes chest, shoulders, and triceps using high-volume giant sets. Giant set number 1 for chest includes 4 exercises, done back-to-back without rest. This is repeated for 3 to 4 rounds. The exercises includes are incline machine press for 12 to 15 reps, incline dumbbell fly for 15 to 20 reps, cable crossover for 20 to 25 reps, and finally dips done to failure. He then would rest 90 to 120 seconds between rounds. Giant set number 2 would be for shoulders. Again, 4 exercises done back-to-back. This would include dumbbell lateral raise for 15 to 20 reps, barbell press for 10 to 12 reps, cable front raise for 12 to 15 reps, and rear delt fly for 20 reps. Giant set number 3 would be for triceps. Starting out, he would do rope push down for 15 to 20 reps, overhead DB extension for 12 to 15 reps, and close grip push-ups to failure. This kind of training flooded the muscle with blood and built a work ethic that mirrored the intensity of a pre-contest posing routine. But after 2023, Samson and Milos parted ways, and Samson took over his own programming. The change wasn't just strategic, it was philosophical. Training post-Milos, evolving the Lion's roar. Without Milos, Samson didn't abandon structure, he refined it. His current training style is still high volume, but with more focus on progressive overload, free weights, and the mind-muscle connection. The workouts are no longer built around massive giant sets, but instead follow a more traditional split with an emphasis on feel, tempo, and intent. Here's an updated push day from Samson's current routine. Samson Dauda's new push day focuses on progressive overload, execution, and time under tension. He starts out pyramiding up in weight on the incline barbell press for 4 sets of 12, 10, 8, and finally 6 reps. He uses a 3-second negative and pause at bottom. Next, he will use straight sets on the flat hammer, strength press for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. On the final set, HR may include drop set. To finish the chest, he will use incline dumbbell flies to stretch the pecs, doing 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. He is very careful about using a controlled stretch with constant tension. Shoulders are all done with straight sets. First, he will do 4 sets of seated dumbbell lateral raise for 15 to 20 reps. The final set he may add in 10 partials. For a compound movement, he will do 3 straight sets of standing overhead barbell press for 3 sets of 3, 8 to 10 reps. Again, these are done with strict form and no momentum. Finishing off the shoulders, he will hit the rear delts with 3 sets of reverse pec deck for 15 to 20 reps. For triceps, he will do cable. Triceps push downs for 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. To hit the long head, he will finish the triceps with seated overhead dumbbell extension for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. These are controlled and focus on the stretch as well as the lockout. This newer routine reflects a man who knows his body and now listens to it. He's traded sheer chaos for calculated precision. He still trains hard, but he trains smart. Less circus act, more surgeon. Final thoughts. What makes Samson Dauda so compelling isn't just his physique, it's his evolution. From a young athlete in the UK, Arnold Classic champion and top 3 Olympian, he's proven that mass and beauty are not mutually exclusive. His approach to training, his attention to posing, and his continuous refinement of strategy make him one of the most complete bodybuilders on the planet today. And let's be honest, if he nails his conditioning, the 2025 Olympia could very well be the moment the Nigerian Lion takes the crown for the second time. Whether it's with Milos, without Milos, or flying solo, Samson Dauda is the future of bodybuilding, and the roar is only getting louder.